the first series, I began unravelling the story of this spectacular and historic nation by travelling from Athens, around the Peloponnese and up to the Ionian Islands. It took in parts of the country that lots of tourists know well, but in amongst the popular places were hidden gems undiscovered by the holidaying masses. So far this series, I've been back aboard my beautiful boat Miozoi and travelled through a region of Greece I haven't spent much time in. We've skipped between the islands, taking in the sights of the northern Aegean. It's been a journey of discovery where I've dug deeper into the fabric that makes Greece so unique and immersed myself in a centuries-old culture, unlike anywhere else on Earth. The second leg of the journey has seen me leave the northern Aegean and head into the Western Cyclades. Here I've been exploring some of the lesser-known islands in the region. It's been a step back in time to when Greece was much quieter. We're nearing the end of the journey, but I've saved plenty of great stuff for last. And in this episode, I'm continuing my time on Sifnos. After a couple of days on the island, it's clear this is one of those hidden gems of the Mediterranean. Sifnos is a sleepy place where I imagine most of the locals know each other and are across all the gossip in the community. It's a charming island that your average foreign tourist knows little about. And that's exactly why I love it.
You know what they say? If you want to go to a good restaurant, you follow the locals. Sifnos is an island where all the locals are at. Have a look at the number plates. All Greek number plates. Must be a good island.
So here's a bit of background information to help establish the place. Less than 3,000 people call this 74 square kilometre island home. It's a dry and arid landscape with a mountainous interior. Well, not really mountains, but steep hills that go from the heart of Sifnos to the coast. In ancient times, mining brought great wealth to the island. It was actually one of the first places in Greece to mint coins. Throughout history, there have been all sorts of ups and downs, from invasion and occupation to economic disaster and now a slow return to prosperity. However, over the centuries, there's been one consistent thing, and that's the famous Sifnian pottery. The clay here has been shaped by artisans and shipped around the country since ancient times. The summer months are the busy period, when people come from the mainland to escape the city. It's actually a little more than a few hours from Piraeus via the high-speed catamaran. It's also a great place to base yourself and explore the surrounding islands. To continue my intensive education on all things Sifnos, I met up with a local, Ronya, who knows the island like the back of her hand.
The small bay of Castro, it was the first port of the island down there.
Yeah.
High steps.
Yeah.
Because of the stones they used.
So these are remnants of the ancient city that this is built on top of?
Yes and no.
You're never going to agree with me, are you? You're never going to agree with me, are you? I don't know what it is.
I don't know whose fault is this.
This is a
We'll decide at the end.
Okay, right.
So, this is the best example of where the ancient city is.
I just said. Anyway, okay.
This village is not built on top of the Acropolis.
Okay.
It's built with the marbles of the Acropolis.
Ah.
They use the marbles and ancient pieces, not only from the Acropolis, but also from the ancient city below the Acropolis, as building materials. This happened during Venetian time. So here we can see 4 different pieces from 4 different columns, creating one.
What's this one?
This is Doric.
That's definitely Corinthian. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Bravo.
they put them all... Thank you very much. Thank you. I knew it. No, a couple of things anyway. But you know what? It's such a beautiful town. I love this. And it's so quiet now. Everybody's sleeping, so we better be quiet, eh?
Yeah, it's siesta time, yeah. So we can talk, but not shout. You see? This is what I meant.
You can forgive the old lady for being a little bit annoyed by us standing out the front of the house chatting. They get so many tourists through here in summer and during the middle of the day when locals are having a siesta. The last thing they need is my bellowing voice in the laneway. In my defence, I do have a bit of industrial deafness and I was a touch excited.
She heard first.
She's going to scream at us again.
Centuries may have passed, but it feels as though little here has changed. It's still a quiet and peaceful island, far off the tourist trail and free from many of the modern trappings that can sometimes take away from the authenticity of the place.
So, Ronya, there's houses below and there's houses above. What is the difference?
The village is built in 3 levels.
Right.
The first level was for the poorest.
Right.
And the doors and the buildings were very low
Right.
buildings. Now we are on the second level of this village, and these buildings are not connected inside. It's a
Right.
different property upstairs,
Yeah.
different property downstairs.
And these were wealthy people?
Richer, yes, because there is also a third level.
Oh, right. Where's the third level? Where's the third level?
It's hidden.
Okay. all right.
Because we had to protect the very rich, you know?
Ah, okay, right. So I can see along here, all the houses are joined. It's like a wall of the castle. Is that the wall of the castle? Because this is not a traditional castle. Every castle I see does not look white, you know? But this is...
Exactly, and people come here and ask, where is castle? Where is the castle?
Yeah, we're in it.
Where is the castle? We came to see the castle. But actually, the village is built like a castle,
Right.
with buildings very close to each other, like creating the outside wall. And this is what we can see. Buildings like, as you said, the outside wall.
What period are we talking about?
Venetians built this village.
Right.
And we had Venetians on the island from 1210 to 1620.
Wow. Unbelievable, eh?
This is a fantastic example of what's essentially a fortified town. It was built to deter invaders and has stood the test of time. Not even a constant battering from Mother Nature has brought about its demise. At the heart of Sifnos is the capital, Apollonia. It's actually a collection of villages that over the years have grown and melded into the one town. The other settlements are Exambala, Artemona, Anopetali and Katopetali, which are all now suburbs of the greater township. They were built amongst what was once thriving agricultural land. The ancient terraces running down the hillsides are a testament to this past. Today it's a convenient place to base yourself, as the beaches are nearby and there are plenty of quaint villages in the surrounding mountains. It's here you find a lot of the island's hotels, restaurants and nightlife. It's also home to Tselementes, a name that's synonymous with Greek cooking.
We're meeting with Yorgo Tselementes, the grandson of the most important chef in Greek history. And he's also a chef.
When I was growing up, every Greek household had 2 books. One was the Bible and the other was the equivalent in terms of cookery. Every kitchen had a copy of Nikolaos Tselementes' cookbook. He's arguably the most influential chef to have come from Greece, and his recipes have shaped contemporary Grecian cuisine. He essentially put a French spin on things, and it was adored by Greek housewives.
So this is a very rare book, and he talks about not only recipes, but
Not only recipes, have inside how to set the table, how to speak, where they sit the people in your house, so everything what have about the...
about nutrition.
Yes.
About cooking utensils. It's basically become now the guide for all Greek housewives on not just recipes, but how to conduct themselves in the kitchen and at the dining table, and basically from paddock to plate. So it's a very rare book. I think we better put it to the side, don't you think?
Okay.
Okay, let's put it aside and get started.
Yorgos has released a cookbook of his own. It updates his grandfather's work for today's more health-conscious community. For example, he uses less frying and sunflower oil in place of butter. His rationale is that we're less active than back in the days when we worked the fields, so we therefore need less fat in our diets.
And we put little bit...
Now, obviously, we are not explaining how the minced meat was prepared, but you need to go to the cookbook to have a look at that. You can either go to the original Tselementes or you can go to his grandson's cookbook. This is the actual most traditional recipe that the world knows of Greece, moussaka. And yet there are so many better recipes as well, but I love this stuff.
If our eggplants it's bitter, we can put little sugar.
Only the good Greek sugar though. The stuff that it's natural.
Honestly, I use sugar all the time.
You do?
Yes.
Well, I know plenty of chefs that use sugar. My wife is not one of them, I can tell you. Helen, I hope you're not watching this. So after the minced meat, we put another row of
Eggplant.
Melanzana, as we say.
And
Oh, this smells so good, man. This smells so good.
now we will put eggplant.
Another row of eggplant. This is like a triple sandwich, isn't it, you know? I used to watch my mother make this, you know, and it was part of the digestive process for me because I was juicing up all the enzymes and saliva were working up just watching this, and that's happening right now with not just me but with a few people in the room.
Next goes in the bechamel sauce, a foundation of French cooking that's the defining element of this famous Greek dish.
Now the traditionalists are going to say, why is he putting in sunflower oil? Well, we've already explained that to you, okay? This is 21st century for the guys that sit on their bum all the time. But if you don't sit on your bum, well, you'll be fine. You'll be able to get it butter. And this is just normal.
Early in the 20th century, Greece was still in the culinary dark ages. That's a bit harsh, but what I mean is that the food was very provincial, using simple ingredients that could be grown or harvested from the sea and eaten with minimal preparation. Don't get me wrong, it can be delicious, but Tselementes added some European flair. This took Greek food to the world and revolutionised people's attitudes towards home cooking in Greece. The downside was dishes were less healthy, but hey, if you're like me, flavour and taste are subconscious winners over the thought of inches around the waist.
You take the
Oh,
small
we grate
one.
the nutmeg in there, okay.
Chamel, this is the most important.
Is that right? That little thing, that little bit of nutmeg. Oh, wow. And that's the smallest grater in the world. Wow.
Being surrounded by food and air that was thick with amazing fragrances only made me hungrier. The sooner it's in the oven, the sooner we'll be eating it. But works of art do take a little time to create.
Oh, wow. You don't even need a utensil. You just pour it on top. He's a chef, man. He's the man. Look at this. Look at the colour. I love the textures. Obviously not too much.
Not too much.
Enough to let it give it colour.
Yes. In the old years we put butter.
Yeah.
Pieces of butter everywhere.
Oh, right, okay.
With the magic of television, we have the final masterpiece ready to be devoured. When it comes to food, patience isn't my strong point. I didn't even give it time to cool down.
We cut a little earlier. Normally we have to leave 10-15 minutes and after to cut. That's why little the bechamel.
That's okay. I'm starved. I'm going to eat it because I saw it looks too good and smells fantastic, I'll tell you. The big test, the big test.
The big test.
That's fantastic. That's really good. And the difference with whether it's with oil or butter, there's no big difference at the end of the day. You can't tell. Nobody could tell.
No.
Siniasu.
Stenigiasu.
Yorgo Tselementes, you're a gun, mate. You're a modern day chef, 21st century moussaka chef, everything chef. Good on you, mate.
Thank you very much.
And the wine's good. I've got to keep going. This is so good. Hey.
Many young Greeks probably have no idea who the genius was behind much of the now traditional food they eat today. They've got Nikolaos Tselementes to thank for it, and now Yorgos continues that legacy.
You know, Yorgo, my mother, if she was alive, she'd be so proud to be here right now because your grandfather, your lineage, changed her life and changed the life of all Greek women around the world. It's fantastic, mate. And you're part of that, and you're still doing it. You're still a visionary, moving ahead. It's in the DNA. It's in there, mate. Good on you, buddy. You're a gentleman, mate. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Let's keep going, mate. This is good. That's so good. Maybe we can cut now because I want another piece. Okay? Mate, don't let anyone know, okay? That's it.
Another one.
The iconic image of a white windmill is synonymous with the Cyclades. It dates back hundreds of years. However, the history of Sifnos is far greater. And some of the remnants of this past are terraces. They cover the whole island, and many are still in use today. In some places, it looks like an open-cut mine, with terraces stepping down the mountain from summit to valley floor. Building these by hand would have taken centuries. Every generation of farmers would add more to the hillside, increasing the arable land where they could then sow their crops. It was necessary in order for them to be able to grow enough to feed themselves and trade with passing merchants. In time, thanks to industrialisation, the need for local produce reduced and they became largely abandoned. Those still used today are maintained, while others slowly deteriorate. However, the most fascinating ruins I came across on the island were the 76 towers dotted around the coast. Centuries of weathering and being pilfered for materials have seen some become almost invisible to the untrained eye. Others, though, are almost completely intact.
This is one of 76 known watchtowers on the island of Sifnos. Built in the 5th century BC. Just look at the size of the stones. These watchtowers had a specific use. Each watchtower could see another watchtower, and it was a way of communicating to protect the gold and silver mines that they had here. Popular mythology also says that they used these towers amongst others in the Aegean. When Agamemnon in Troy was coming back home, he actually signalled using these towers to his wife in Peloponnesos to let her know he's coming home. That happened in one night. Amazing. Check it out. Oh, it's heavy. Enormous.
This one is called the Black Tower. Sounds like something from Game of Thrones. It was built in the 5th century BC. Today it stands at over 5 metres, with a diameter close to 11 metres. Building it in modern times would have been challenging enough, let alone in an era before mechanisation. Man and beast would have carted the huge stones from nearby quarries, and engineers using primitive tools would have painstakingly placed each one in position. Talk about an awesome feat of ingenuity. Back on the road, I continued my drive around the island. Every corner revealed an amazing view of dramatic coastal scenery. It's a rugged landscape with dry, rocky hills ending abruptly in a churning sea. The lack of quiet bays, beaches and safe ports means there's little development, so the place is completely devoid of people. Despite the small population and size of the island, there's one thing Sifnos isn't short of, and that's churches. You could visit a different one each day of the year. Mind you, that's fairly common across Greece. Reaching the southeast of Sifnos, you come across the most famous of them, Chryssopigi. It's famed not only for its location, but the number of miracles that have occurred there. Father Archithangelos has been at the monastery for 10 years. He originally came from Crete, but has fallen in love with the place. He believes the miracles occur thanks to the icon of the Virgin Mary housed inside.
Tell me about one of the miracles that you know. Tell me the story of a miracle.
Have a woman here to sick, very sick.
Yes.
And pray to the Virgin Mary. And after 1 year, after 1 week,
She wasn't sick anymore.
Yes.
And this happens a lot.
yes, here, yes. Every person here
Wow.
have one story from the Virgin Mary. The Virgin Mary live here, is walking here to this island.
So you told me you have a gymnasium.
Yes,
Do you train every day?
every day.
Every day. Can we train together?
If you don't fret, yes, why not?
But maybe I might beat you in the gym. Do you think so?
Yes.
Yeah?
If you like, let's go together.
We'll go together. We won't...
But it's very difficult for you, believe me.
Why is it difficult for me?
You are an old man. It's very
I'm an old man. I'm an old man.
It's very difficult for you if you play with.
But you're a young man. I'm 54. You must be 40.
I'm 51.
You're 51?
Yes.
Come on. Are you serious? Are you saying that for the camera?
Yes.
You're 51?
Yes.
My understanding is someone told me you opened the gym and you've opened this gym to the public.
Yes. Before 6 years
Yes.
to open the gym for the boys.
Yes.
Here, for the persons, and really I'm very happy because it started with 12, 13 persons, and now it's come 100 persons.
Wow.
In the summer, it's more to 200 persons every day go there to play.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
And the money give to the persons to studying English or university. Or...
So,
I like, listen, if you like the God, okay,
Yeah.
it's working for him. It's very important to speak with young boys, for
Yes.
the people,
Yes.
come to the church.
Yes.
You know, many persons does not come to the church because think many things negative for the priest or for the church, for the money, for many things.
Yes.
But it's not true.
big, look at this big guy in there, you know. You're very strong.
I like.
Yeah. What do you work on? Arms, shoulders, everything?
Everything.
Everything. Legs and everything?
Everything. One every day, you have one part.
Yeah, so you do a different part every
Every
single
day.
Yeah. We've got to go to the gym together, okay?
Yes, why not?
No, I don't. But I'm not an old man. I'm not an old man.
If you make 100 push-ups every day, you are nothing. after 500 push-ups make, this time,
You can't.
call me.
You can't do 500.
This time, call me.
Okay.
I'm here.
No.
Okay.
Okay. I think I've got no hope with this guy.
The church has been built on the ruins of an older one, constructed in 1650. It occupies a peninsula that's split from the mainland. Legend has it that a group of Sifnite women were hiding from pirates there, and through a miracle, the earth cracked, keeping them safe from invading pirates. Religious or not, it's a great place to visit. Just make sure you've been exercising in case Father Argythangelos challenges you to some push-ups.
Are you okay?
Kalame.
Now it starts like that, but this is the...
This is like a goat trail. Look at that. It's beautiful. Hey? I love this. Ronya,
Yes.
why do they call this trail, why do they call it the Eternal Capitals Trail? I don't understand why.
We gave different names to our trails
Yes?
just to help people who use this app. This name is because if you do all this route, which is more than 8 kilometers, you have seen all the very old places on the island, the Castro, the old
Yep.
capital, the top of a hill with an ancient acropolis,
Yep.
and many historical monuments.
So, listen, I trust you, but can I check the app? I want to check the Sifnos app and make sure
yes, please.
make
Please
sure we're
do.
going in the right direction, you know? Because you may be taking me in the wrong direction, you know?
No, the reason,
Hey, let me,
the reason to check an app is not because you're afraid not to lose your way, because there are signs everywhere.
Okay, why
so
don't we use the app
even
then?
without me, it's not easy to get lost. You have to try to get lost. You can use this if you want to learn something more, because there are many photos and information also on this website.
Okay, well, let's get going. This is great. I don't need the app. I've got you. You can tell me
yeah, but
everything.
if without me, it's a very good guide.
Right. I got it just in case. Ronya, might let you be boss all day. You can be boss all day.
Yeah, I don't think you can do that.
I reckon I can try. I'll try.
There's no better way to start the day than with a walk in the countryside. A gentle breeze, amazing scenery, some exercise and a little education along the way make for a complete package.
I love these stairs. These are original. How old are they?
Ancient, BC.
Ancient?
Yeah.
Wow.
In the old times, people built things to last forever.
Yeah. But we still do. I still do. I'm a builder.
Maybe you do, but the habit today is to have
Yeah.
an expiration
That's
date
my
for everything.
competitors. That's not me. That's my competitors. After you.
I'm sure.
You know, Ronya, these paths are actually quite easy because the treads, I look at the treads here, they're so long And the riser is so short. And that was for the
To make
donkeys.
it for the donkeys, this is one main reason for the donkeys, so that they can walk.
Yeah.
It's very hard for the donkeys to walk if there is nothing flat
That's
to
right,
step on
that's
it.
right.
And it's a lot easier for humans because it's flat. It's
Yeah.
not going up.
Yeah.
It's flat, and then it's flat again, and then it's flat
So
again.
it's a gradual ascent. Yeah, it's beautiful. Awesome. Easy for me.
There was a reason for everything in the past.
Yes. Oh, hang on, Runya. We've got faskomilot, sage.
Exactly.
My mother used to make me tea with this awesome stuff. It's beautiful. Eh?
You can drink it, even
Yeah.
like that. You boil water, you put it in. We drink it a lot. It's the local tea.
Tea, yeah.
Exactly. And a nice breakfast is with rolls with anise,
Yeah.
sage tea, and our manura cheese.
Fantastic.
And let me show you, because here you stopped and we have many herbs around us. This is thyme. It's not very happy now because
Okay.
it's very dry.
Thyme. Oh, it's beautiful, yes.
But in July and August, there are purple flowers.
Yeah.
And it's
But
beautiful.
I can smell it, it's beautiful. You got herbs everywhere.
Everywhere. Do you know this one?
No, what is it? What's
there
it
is
called?
something you don't know, I'm glad. We call it skino. We don't drink it or eat it, but it is antiseptic. So we use it to wash the barrels we put the wine in.
All right. Skino, I've got no idea what it is. Let's keep going. Skino.
Skino.
Thanks.
We leave the doors the way we find them.
We have to, of course, of course.
If it's open, open. If it's closed, closed.
This is beautiful,
Yeah.
eh? It's so clean. It's like, this is Sifnos, isn't it?
Everywhere is clean
Yeah.
in Sifnos.
Look at it.
The people of Sifnos are very proud of their little island. It may not have the iconic landmarks of Athens or the fame and popularity of Santorini, but it has its own unique charm. It's clean, accessible, welcoming, and has plenty for visitors to see and do. What it does lack are crowds, which is a good thing. You can hike all day long and barely see a soul. Or you can find a beach or hidden cove and spend your time relaxing in the sun without anyone pulling up a deck chair nearby. In my opinion, to get the most out of Sifnos, the more adventurous and independent a traveller you are, the better. It's a place you have to discover, primarily under your own steam.
So, Rania, this is a beautiful path. How many paths do you have
We
here
have 19 signed routes and about 100 kilometers.
Wow, 100 kilometres of marked trails.
Exactly.
Wow,
And we have 100 unmarked.
100 unmarked.
Unmarked.
You can see it on the app. It's a beautiful walk. It's beautiful.
There are trails all over the island, from top to bottom and across the middle. They vary in distance and challenge, so whatever your level of fitness, you'll be able to find something that suits you. One thing they all have in common is fantastic views. If it's not a coastal scene you're enjoying, it'll be a vista across rolling hills or a series of ancient ruins. The best thing is, you don't need a map or personal guide because they've made their own Sifnos Trails app that has all the details you need. Mind you, I still like to have an old school printed map in my pocket, just in case the phone battery goes flat. After spending the day travelling around the more remote parts of Sifnos, I made my way back to civilization. Realistically, it's such a small island that you're never really that far from a town. The towns themselves are all sleepy little seaside settlements where yachties spend their days bobbing about in the safety of port. Of a morning, the only sounds you hear are the lapping of water and the occasional splash from someone diving in for their daily swim. Things liven up a little as the day progresses. Tourists and locals rise from their slumber and start heading to the cafes around mid-morning for breakfast. From there, it's beach time. This usually involves a bit of a walk, some wading in the shallows, and then sitting on the sand or a deck chair for an hour or so. Next stop is lunch, which for Greeks is the biggest meal of the day. and usually blurs into the afternoon. After that, it's time for a nap, followed by a beach session until the sun sets. Then once again, it's back into the tavern for the final meal of the day. Starting at around 9 p.m, this last sitting can take a few hours because it's as much about socialising as it is about eating. On this day, I skipped the post-breakfast beach visit and instead met with a local, Leonidas Dimitriadis Evgenidis. He's from one of Greece's wealthiest shipping families, yet despite his success, he continues working hard, not only for his business, but for the betterment of the people of Greece and the island he calls home.
What drives you to work so hard, to spend the hours that you do doing what you do? You can sit back and do nothing.
It's a matter of how someone is brought up, and it's the feeling that nothing belongs to us. We're administrators. It's the responsibility for the generation to create and pass something, if possible, more from its qualitative aspect to another generation. So it's there, and this is the joy of life. The joy of life is, as Eugenidis, the founder of Eugenidis Group, have said, is whatever I do it for the next generation to come.
We only have a short amount of time in this world, and we want to do a lot of things. What is the one thing that you want to leave behind, possibly to be remembered by? But I know you're not going to say I don't want to be remembered because you're an introvert, but what is the one thing that you want to leave behind?
All human beings, we have to leave something behind us. And if I had a wish, not only for me, but for anybody who belongs to my generation, is to give our experience to the young generation, so for them to be in a position to heal as soon as possible the damages our generation did to our country.
Wow, that's a major legacy. I can see what you do and what a lot of others are doing is doing that healing. You can definitely see that because you've gone through a difficult period. Tell me a little bit about that damage that you think your generation has done, because I sort of understand it, but many people don't. What do you think it was? What was it?
It was a period we were in the middle of the globalization ultimacy, where things happen the right direction, the wrong way. So for a long period of time, things they were too easy. So there was much more to spend and live and less to create. Whereas Sifnos, we enjoy today what thousands of years people with hard work and with their life they created, the legacy. That was their inheritance. So we were spenders. So from spenders we have to become producers. And only you can do that by heart, mind and soul.
Do you think it's working? I mean,
yes, for the new generation I see it working.
Yeah.
I think it's very difficult. You cannot teach an old dog new tricks. So there's a generation which perhaps is not only the generation's fault itself, it has to do with our parents who were brought up during world wars, civil wars, catastrophes, so they wanted to make a better and easier life for us.
Yes.
So we much more enjoyed the rights and we're feeling a little less our obligations.
So some of these young people that are in their 20s here in Greece that haven't seen the difficult times, what do you say to them? What do you say to the young Greeks out there? Because you're connected.
I don't say anything to them because these people, they are conscious and they understand themselves, they have to work hard. Yeah. And I honestly believe that it's very important that the people who try also to try in Greece, because otherwise it's a pity for a country with a brain drain to lose the best of its generation. Then the recuperation is very slow and very difficult. So yes, we are global citizens, but it's important that a good part of the promising and there's place and space for everybody to work in Greece, remain in Greece for Greece.
It might be a beautiful place, but behind the picturesque setting lies a challenging reality for locals. The brain drain that's happening in Greece isn't isolated to just here. Anywhere in the world that has high unemployment and low incomes is going to experience the same. But the difference in a place like the Greek islands is that once gone, people don't return in a hurry. The turnaround in economy is much slower in places like Sifnos. Everything moves at a more gradual pace, so it takes a lot of investment and inspiration to get things back on track. That's where people like Leonidas come to the fore. Through his philanthropy and influence, he's making a huge difference to the lives of others. The people of Greece are a resilient lot. They've been through plenty over the centuries. Wars, famine, and oppression have shaped them into a tough people. So now it's time to put that strength into practice, knuckle down, and work hard to restore the nation's economy.
You can't see the whitecaps out there, but the weather has actually kept us in Sifnos for a couple of days longer than we wanted to. But it's been a great experience because we've discovered more of Sifnos as a result, and the many personalities that it has. This place here alone, here at Lazarus Beach, it's so comfortable, it's so luxurious. I feel like the weather should stay here for a bit longer. Cheers. Be sad to leave Sifnos now. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh.
I feel like a bit of a travel tart. I seem to fall in love with every island I step foot on. Across the last two series, I've probably said a dozen or more places that are up there in my favourite places to visit. Mind you, it's hard not to be smitten when there's so much beauty to enjoy and such incredible history to learn about.
I'm on the island of Poliegos, adjacent to Kymolos and Milos. And to everybody, this is an uninhabited island. But we've heard that there is one lonely shepherd, Petros, that's been living here for 30 years. And in my quest to see all the inhabited islands of Greece, I had to come here. But this is some track and some mountain.
Even though it's surrounded by islands where there's plenty of people, Poliegos remains vacant. With the exception of our herder and his goat, it's empty. There's even very little in the way of plant life, which is largely due to the aforementioned animals. For those of you that don't speak Greek, the name translates to mean many goats. Despite all the great minds and artists that have come from Greece, sometimes they're a bit simple in naming places.
Geez, he wouldn't want to have too many visitors, would he?
It's a dry, rocky lump of land, about 18 square kilometres in size. It's not flat either, so you can see why it's not exactly the most attractive place to build a settlement. That said, the isolation and views have their appeal. It's the kind of place that in 20 years from now, you'll find a yoga retreat. The man I was coming to meet is somewhat of a hermit. By no means does he not like visitors. Petros is just seeking sanctuary, away from the crowds, where he and his animals can enjoy a simple life with minimal stress. He spends his days tending to his animals like they are his children. He's not on Facebook or bothering with politics. He gets on with things, fuss-free, and at his own pace.
Πόσες ώρες τη μέρα δουλεύεις εσύ?
Εδώ δεν έχει τέτοιο, πώς το λένε.
Ναι.
Έχει... δουλειά έχει μπόλικη.
Ναι.
Όσοι θες.
Όσοι θες,
Όσοι θες. Αρκεί να έχεις όρεξη.
Αλλά έχεις όρεξη εσύ, έτσι.
Αρκεί να έχεις όρεξη.
Ναι.
Μόλις κουραστώ κάθομαι και πάλι.
Ναι. Τώρα, να τους φέρουμε έξω.
Για ελάτε. Έλα. 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 Ελάτε. Έλα.
Είναι σαν η οικογένεια σου εδώ, έτσι.
Ναι, εδώ.
It's like his family.
Όλα έχουν το όνομά τους.
Ναι. Αυτή ποια είναι?
Αυτή είναι η Μπέμπα.
Μπέμπα, Μπέμπα.
Η Μπέμπα, το μαυράκι, η Τριδημούλα, η Αγγελικούλα.
They've all got a different name.
Yeah.
This is Petro's family. This is fantastic. Εσύ μένεις εδώ πόσα χρόνια τώρα?
Τώρα είναι... Στα 20 χρόνια είναι τώρα.
Μόνιμα εδώ, έτσι.
Ναι, πάω και στην Κίμολο. Αλλά το χειμώνα με τον Πρίσον είμαι εδώ πέρα. Όλο το χειμώνα είμαι εδώ.
Όλοι οι άλλοι έχουν φύγει. Εσύ έχεις κάτσει. Γιατί είναι αυτό?
Γιατί μ' αρέσει. Αυτό που κάνω μ' αρέσει.
Σ' αρέσει.
Φύγω κάποια στιγμή, θα φύγω όμως.
Ναι. Και τι είναι αυτό που σ' αρέσει που κάθεσαι εδώ
Γιατί μ' αρέσει να ασχολούμαι με τα ζώα.
Μπράβο.
Αγαπάω τα ζώα.
Ναι. Δεν μου λες, ήταν εδώ πριν 20 χρόνια καμία 15
Πριν 30 χρόνια.
Πριν 30. Γιατί φύγανε αυτοί?
Όχι πριν 30 χρόνια. Φύγανε για καλύτερα.
Για καλύτερα.
Ναι, πήγανε σε δουλειές άλλες, ας πούμε, γιατί παλιά ήταν πολύ φτωχά τα χρόνια.
Κύριε Πέτρο, τι θα γίνει όταν φύγεις εσύ από εδώ? Άμα φύγεις εσύ από εδώ...
Κάποια στιγμή θα φύγω κι εγώ.
Ναι, αλλά τι θα γίνει Poliegos?
Δεν θα είμαι τέτοιοι, πώς το λένε,
Τα
μπάτρονο.
κατσικάκια τι θα γίνουν τώρα?
Εγώ μέχρι που μπορώ θα τα φροντίζω. Από εκεί και πέρα
Ναι.
τελείωσε. Γιατί και η γυναίκα μου δεν μπορεί.
Ναι,
Μην νομίζεις. Και εγώ είχα πιο πολλά. Είχα πολλά.
ναι.
Αυτά που άρμεγα είναι τέτοια. Αλλά κάθε χρόνο τα λιγοστεύω. Αυτά που μπορώ. Το μεταξύ οι ζωοτροφές είναι τέτοια, είναι πανάκριβες. Είναι ακριβά.
Ναι,
Κόπο πολύ να τα φέρεις.
ναι,
Να τα φορτώσω στη βάρκα, να τα φέρω απάνω. Τώρα το τρακτεράκι αυτό το πήρα το 10.
ναι.
Πρώτα, ξέρεις τι είχα? Είχα ένα σκυλί. Άνθρωπος.
Ναι.
Και την έδαινα με ένα σκηνή από τη μέση και το καρότσι αυτό που έχω, φόρτωνα το καρότσι και τραβούσε. Έσπρωχανα κι εγώ και τραβούσε και εκείνη. Μιλάμε φοβερό σκυλί. Αφού όταν πέθανε δεν το πέταξα. Έκανα λάκκο, το έδαψα και το έκλαιγα.
Ναι, έκλαιγες.
Και είχα ένα φίλο κτηνίατρο και μου λέει να σου φέρω άλλο. Δεν θέλω, του λέω. Δεν θέλω.
Ναι.
Έχω αυτό το μικράκι και όσο σκέφτομαι ότι κάποια στιγμή θα ψοφήσει, αφού έρθει τη νύχτα και με χαδεύει.
Έχω ακούσει για το τυρί σου. Βλέπω τα κατσίκια. Μπορούμε να πάμε να δοκιμάσουμε λίγο τυρί.
Και βέβαια θα δοκιμάσω.
Πάμε τώρα να δοκιμάσουμε.
Και θα δοκιμάσουμε και τσιπουράκι θα πει.
Έγινε. Πάμε. Πάμε. See you girls, boys. Thank you.
Life here might be simple, and Petros may not be a wealthy man, but it's happiness that we all aspire to. He's achieved a state of well-being that most of us only ever dream about.
There's nothing better than the gear, the heavy gear. Man. Θα έρθω πάλι, έτσι. Θα έρθω πάλι, θα έρθω πάλι.
Θα πατήσω καλά.
Γεια σου, Πέτρο. Γεια χαρά.
Καλά.
Ευχαριστώ για το τυρί, έτσι. With Petro being the last surviving inhabitant of Poliegos, I can't help thinking that in a few years' time he'll no longer be here, and we're probably the last ones to film life on this island. It's a bit sad, but wow, what a great experience it's been.
In the final episode of Series 2, I'm finishing my time in the Western Cyclades by exploring the islands of Kymolos and Milos. Despite their close proximity to one another, they're in stark contrast. Kymolos is small, sparsely populated and relatively flat, while the much better known Milos has a mountainous landscape and loads of people. Each has its own appeal, which I intend to unearth.